Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my Gig-Olos and Gigolettes. It's me, Gio. Y'all know who the fuck it is. Alrighty. Today is December 1st, Tuesday, December 1st. I have a task to be at 5 p.m. today. So I figured I'd make this video right now, because this is something that's oddly unique, right? So, excuse me one second. Little update on today. So my first task bailed on me an hour before it started. So I got the cancellation fee. And then I quickly, those of your taskers, you know what I'm talking about. I quickly refreshed my availability so that I was available at like noon, right? I got a job 3 minutes later. So I did that job. It was putting together a table tennis, like a ping pong, no, table tennis, right? Is that ping pong technically? I don't want to trigger all the ping pong or table tennis enthusiasts out there. Really nice family. They bought it for the child who was autistic, and he seemed really amped up about it, so that was cool. So on Sunday was a hard day. My first task was a returning client in Downers Grove. That took 15 minutes. Came back home right away. My next task, I cannot talk today, was at 11 a.m. in the city. Did that one. It was booked for 2 hours. It only took 20-something minutes. Then the third task was going back to Downers Grove from the city, which took about 50 minutes of driving. And it was moving a granite table. And I almost had a fucking heart attack during that job. Back to the city for a moving job, which was a same-day job, which took about an hour. And then as I was doing that job, someone requested me to move a fire pit, which I've done one before. So I was like, okay, yeah. And before I even had to tell him that's a team job, he said he's got 2 other taskers he hired. And then before I was heading over there, he said he hired another guy. So this client hired 4 taskers to lift this 260-pound fire pit. And it was necessary. It was a motherfucker. And the guy was super cool. I mean, really friendly guy. He obviously seemed like he was doing pretty well in this penthouse apartment. That's a little private. People don't really want to tell you how much they're paying for shit. But, he talked about what the rent price was. So in my joking manner with all the other taskers there, I was like, well, is the rent here ridiculous or is it obscene? And he looked at me and he's like, obscene. So the job ended. The guy thanked us for a job well done. And my friend Spicy was, we were talking about how much, people gossip. We were just talking amongst ourselves. And I was just like, how much do you think the rent here was? And I'm like, $3,000, you think? And the other tasker, Joe, was like, yeah, I would say $3,000 to $4,000. And then Spicy was like, nah, man, $10,000. And we looked at him like he was fucking crazy. We're like, no fucking way, $10,000. That's insane, right? And I woke up early yesterday morning, and I'm like, I had to Google it, because he said that he was the only resident up there, right? And his unit had the best view of the city, which I can show you really quick. Obviously, I'm not going to show any pictures of the client. That was the view from his penthouse, from the roof. City, obviously this is a view I'll never have, but man, the city just looks so beautiful in that from that height. So that happened. I Googled it, and I looked up the address, and this came up. The $45,000 per month penthouse in Chicago's most expensive rental listing. And I saw that shit and I was like, holy crap, that's a fuckload of money. Dude, that's what, $570,000 a year in rent? Dude, some people got money. Obviously, like I said, this is not pictures. This is before the guy moved in. He did say that they gave him a few free months of rent, and he did sign and extend the lease, he told me, but it's a beautiful apartment. I mean, fucking beautiful. And like I said, the guy was super friendly. He wasn't like a rich douchebag or anything. He was super cool. You know, he offered us, you know, all kinds of like water and drinks and stuff like that. And I think I'm the only person that turned it down. That's not really my style. I don't like to, I don't know, that's just me. Yeah, well, he didn't show us any of the bedrooms. But man, this place was nice. And if you line that up with the picture I showed you, that's the same view. I guess he's got his own private pool up there. Yeah. And there was a part of the article that said this kind of property is probably only going to be rented out to like executives or athletes or something. So yeah, it was nuts. I couldn't believe it when I googled him. So even Spicy wasn't right. I thought $10,000 was way overblown. But man, and I don't think he's paying that much, because he said he moved in a few months ago. So if, you know, obviously the units aren't you're not generating money on units that are staying unrented. So they probably did slash the price of these things. And this is all during COVID. So these management companies are probably just like, please fucking rent these apartments, right? And I'll show you, those of you who did not see my community post, that was the 262-pound fire pit. It required 4 taskers. All other 3 of the taskers were subscribers of mine. So that's Spicy there on the right. That's Joe, and then the other guy was Carl. They hurt my back during the move because they were pushing too aggressively on the fire pit when I was on the dolly, and I fell back on the stairs. So I'm still in a little bit of pain today. Not enough to fucking miss work over, but a decent amount of pain. But yeah, it was overall a cool that's very humbling. Not humbling. It's like, dude, this guy has a life I'll never know. Clearly spending $45,000 every month. So what he spends on rent in 1 month, which I don't think he pays that much now, but what he spends in 1 month on rent, I'm gonna spend in 2 years on rent, which is insane. I mean, it's your money, do what you want with it, right? But that's fucking crazy. So yeah, I've got the honor, and he said this was the first time he used TaskRabbit. So he said he really liked the way we worked, and he really appreciated it. So maybe he'll hook up some jobs in the future, right? But yeah, it was an experience. It was definitely cool seeing, getting to peek behind the curtain a little bit and see some of the high life here and there. Unexpected. Like I said, this job was my second same day job, and it was booked like an hour before it started. So yeah. All right, guys, that's all I got for this one. I want to thank y'all for watching. Everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stay healthy, stay classy, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.